should we believe anything that this administration tells us about anything ever again?
Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, he was MIA for about a week. And well, we've got some info here from the Daily Wire. This story is just absolutely insane. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin remained hospitalized on Sunday night after being rushed to the hospital at the start of the new year after experiencing severe pain as he recovered late last month from an elective procedure. The Pentagon said in a statement that Austin remained at the Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, but was recovering well and in good spirits. The Wall Street Journal reported that Austin had an undisclosed elective procedure on December 22nd during scheduled leave and returned home the following day. On January 1st, Austin experienced severe pain and was rushed to Walter Reed, where he was admitted into its intensive care unit, the report said. The report said that the White House was not notified of the situation because Austin's chief of staff, Kelly Magsamen, was simultaneously out at the same time with the flu, and because chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General C.Q. Brown, wasn't bound to tell the White House as a subordinate advisor. All right, so do you get what just happened here? So the guy has surgery. We'll have more on that in just a second. He dips out. They don't tell the White House. They don't tell the White House because his number two is on vacation. The one after that, they're claiming there's some chain of command thing. Just seems a little odd. You know, you'd think the White House might know if the head of the military at the moment, right? The defense secretary, do you think that if he was out for an afternoon that somebody might need to know about that? Anyway, Peter Doocy over at Fox, one of the few people that I can call a journalist without using air quotes. Here he is asking White House spokesman John Kirby how this possibly happened, and could they be lying about someone else's health if they've been lying about Lloyd Austin's health? And we'll get more to Lloyd Austin's health in just a sec.
Why should we believe anything that this administration tells us about anything ever again?
I think we all recognize, and I think the Pentagon has been very, very honest with themselves about the challenge to credibility by what has transpired here, and by how hard it was for them to be fully transparent with the American people. I think we all recognize that.
The administration is going to go to such great lengths to keep secrets about the defense secretary's health. How can anybody be certain that the administration would not go to the same lengths to keep secret problems with President Biden's health in the future?
If you could logically argue, and you can't, but if you could logically argue that
He's 81 years old.
Wait a second. Just give me a second here, bub. I'll get there. If the administration made some sort of Machiavellian effort across the board to keep this from getting public, then I think your question has merit and certainly is a fair one. I don't think it's a fair one because that's not what happened here, Peter. What happened here is the Secretary of Defense, for whatever reason, I can't answer the question why, that information wasn't shared. It wasn't shared widely in the department, and it certainly wasn't shared with the interagency.
It's not worse.
It's not good. It's certainly not good, which is why, again, we want to learn from this. We want to make sure that it doesn't happen again.
All right, there's just so much nonsense there. I mean, the main question that we all had in this room was, what is going on with that guy's shoulder pads? I mean, he's making B. Arthur proud, right? Like, there's some Michael Scott level shoulder pads there. Also, he's like, how could I answer why the guy wouldn't tell us what he was doing? What do you think I am? I'm the White House press secretary. I'm not somebody that's supposed to know something. It's just absolutely absurd. Of course, the broader point that we all, every sane person in America right now has, let's just say, some slight curiosity as it relates to Joe Biden's health, right? The stammering, the confusion, the falling asleep, the wandering out into the forest. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that I think legitimately we could ask about. What Kirby tries to do there is make it seem like the only way you could really ask about that is if it was some mass Machiavellian plan across the board, everybody knew. It might be a pretty small conspiracy. It might only be a conspiracy between Dr. Jill Biden, and don't you forget she's a doctor, and Joe Biden's physician, whoever's giving him the drugs, and they obviously are, and a couple other people. I think it's possible that John Kirby doesn't even know what's going on, but that doesn't mean that nothing is going on.